Good Saturday evening, South Carolina Weather Watchers. I'm the host for South Carolina Weather, Jesse Peterson, and let's go ahead and talk about the weather for your Saturday evening, going into your Easter as well. We're going to go ahead and look at the models and what they show what would be the best time for you to have your Easter egg hunt based on your preference. So, looking at the current radar conditions right now, as you can see, South Carolina is looking really good. We do have pretty much. We probably don't have any cloud cover, and we obviously don't have any rain. So definitely clear conditions tonight. If we go ahead and look at the entire United States, that's not the same. As we go ahead and switch over to the MRMS, we have severe thunderstorm watches up there in Ohio, and I mean just overall just madness in general all over the United States. As going to switch over to the winter weather radar. The East Coast is looking pretty good, except for once you get to like New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, Maryland, places like that, West Virginia. We also do have snow up there inside the Great Lakes region, as well as rain all the way up here inside South Dakota, North Dakota, Nebraska, Wyoming. Dense fog advisories up there inside Montana, as well as some rain up there, or rain to the west of us in California, Utah, Nevada, Arizona as well. So, moving on, let's talk about our cloud cover. Cloud cover for right now is looking pretty good. No cloud cover is expected right now as we go into tomorrow as well, and for your Easter. Current temperature 64 in Greenville, 64 in Columbia, 62 in Charleston, 62 in Myrtle Beach, 66 in Florence, Sumter, 62 in Savannah, 66 in Augusta, 64 in Anderson, and 66 in Rock Hill. Those are our current temperatures for some of the regions. If you want to see your current or your more accurate location, you can go ahead and look at it now. Here is our minimum temperatures for tonight. Minimum temperature can get around 50 towards Greenville, 53 for Columbia, Sumter and Florence, 52 for Augusta, 55 for Savannah, 57 for Charleston, 59 for Myrtle Beach. And let's go ahead and talk about our max wind gust for the next 24 hours. Max wind gust is only going to get around 20 miles an hour throughout most of the state for tonight. I'd say maybe some isolated 15 to 20 mile per hour wind gusts could be possible, especially up there inside the upstate, the Midlands. Definitely more isolated, more than the upstate. The upstate is going to be kind of scattered. PD region is going to be calm. Low country is going to be pretty calm, even though some isolated 20 mile per hour wind gusts cannot be isolated down there in the low country either. No precipitation is expected for the next 24 hours, even if we refresh it for the latest update. No precipitation is expected. And here's our day 3, a categorical outlook. We do have a TSTM for South Carolina, pretty much for like the northern part of South Carolina. I really am not really too much concerned right now. I'm really waiting for the day 4, but day 5 potentially, but mainly day 4. And as I don't think that we would get it pretty much as bad as other places. And what I'm trying to say. And let's go ahead and move on to our future tracker. So going on ahead and switching over to the GFS, I'm going to switch over to scene 2. And you can see it right here. Let me go ahead and turn off the alerts as well. Here you can see we do have, I forgot I have to do that, but just wait for this little blue thing to load. Obviously nothing for tomorrow for your Easter. As you can see, nothing's going on. It's not really until we get to around the 2nd at around 11 p.m. Greenville, Spartanburg region starts to get some rain, and then we really start to see those downpours even push in around 5 to 8 a.m. going into the 11 a.m. and then finally we get a break, and for the evening time that rain's going to be all moved off. So late on April the 2nd, which is Tuesday, so late Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning is the time where we're going to get those rain and those thunderstorms. But as we get into the as we get into the next like couple of hours, like the evening hours, I'm not really expecting anything too like too worse than what we've been seeing. And if we push this forward some more, it's really just quiet. Nothing really is happening. Just, I mean, push it forward. I mean, just keep on pushing it. Finally, we see something on April the 10th, and then push it forward some more, and then really April the 10th, April the 12th, we may see some more showers on April the 12th, and then a huge amount of downpours on April the 14th. So very quiet. Obviously, April. We're still watching out for that April the third storm. Let's go ahead and check out the dew points with that because I do want to see if severe weather is applicable or applicable or applicable. I think that's how you say that. Here we go. We do have dew points inside of the 60s. Um, but moving on all the way to the 500 millibar winds, we do have those winds up there as well. Moving on to the Cape as well. Let's see if we can switch over to that. Cape is in the atmosphere. Not really watching for anything like too bad, but I am watching out for some potential thunderstorms with maybe some gusty winds with them as well. Not anything too bad as of now. But obviously that can change as the models get closer. Because remember, this is the long-term models. If we really want to see, what's going to happen, we have to switch to the short-term models, which I believe, do they have? They do have. So if you go all the way to 84 hours out, you can see the Cape there. Cape kind of a bit stronger than the GFS had it. If you go to the dew points are there. And if we go to the 500 millibar winds, the 500 millibar winds are there. So I would not be surprised if we see some strong storms around early morning on the 3rd, mainly on Wednesday. So watch out for that as well. Let's go ahead and talk about our Easter forecast. So if we go ahead and switch over back to our maximum temperature, but we go to day 2 instead, as you can see, very hot conditions. 83 in Columbia and the Midlands, 85 in Augusta, 81, 82 for the upstate, 77 for Charleston, 74 for Myrtle Beach, 84 for Savannah. So it's going to be hot tomorrow, maybe even some isolated 90s out there for sure. So we're going to have to watch out for very hot temperatures. Make sure that you're drinking a lot of water while you're out there, because it's going to be, especially if you're Easter egg hunting, because that's going to be not going to be good at all if you're not drinking any water. Make sure that you have water with you as well. Obviously, no precipitation is expected. Winds should not be that high. Maybe a bit of a breeze, but I'm not watching for anything too high. And I do want to look at the temperatures and see what would be the best time to have your Easter egg hunt. So I'm going to go ahead and actually switch over to Pivotal Weather. And I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the models. Switch over to the HRRR. And we're going to do the short-term model for tomorrow. So go back all the way to the 18Z. I do expect that it's going to be nice though. Not really anything too bad. But if we push it forward, you see those temperatures start to rise. And this was earlier today. And then they kind of fall back. And then here you can finally see that those temperatures are starting to rise back up again. Switch over to the southeast. And I'd say that those temperatures really start to rise as we get to around like early morning tomorrow. You see already inside the 60s already. Here's our afternoon hours right here. Early afternoon, we start to get those 70s and the 80s, the high 70s, the low 80s. And then here we finally get to like the late afternoon when it gets the hottest. And there you can see those temperatures starting to get into the low 8 to mid 80s as well. And the HRRR is not really as aggressive or as high as the NDFD is, because the NDFD had temperatures up there at 85, while the HRRR only has temperatures at 82. So I'm not watching for anything too hot according to the HRRR, but according to the NDFD, maybe just a couple of degrees higher as well. So that's gonna be about it. Your Easter forecast. It's gonna be nice all day tomorrow. Shouldn't have to worry about any type of rain. If you do get rain though at your location, I want you to let me know, because I pretty much find it at a 0, if not close to 0% chance that anyone's gonna get rain tomorrow. It's gonna be hot though, for sure. It is going to be hot as well. But that's gonna be about it. Make sure that you guys like, subscribe, and share. And make sure that you join the live streams at 9 o'clock while I am live recording this, because I do talk about what's going to happen in the future with the channel as well. You're not getting the full experience if you're not here at the live streams, and I recommend that everybody that is in the live stream right now, that when this video goes up, you go to it and you like it, and then you don't have to watch it, but I just recommend that you go to it and like it. And that's going to be about it. So thank you to everyone that's watching this live, and thank you to everybody that's watching the video. And I will be back tomorrow evening with another forecast update.